am here today with the mid-year freakout tag. I've been trying to find a way to do a mid-year wrap-up, and every time I did it, it was just so boring that I didn't want to edit it. And why would you want to watch it if I don't even want to edit it? Then I saw this tag, and I'm like, this is perfect. Which brings us to question 1. What is the best book you read in 2017? That is simple. Hands down, it is Illuminae. What is better than a space conspiracy cover-up story with snarky teenagers? It is amazing, and my cats are knocking stuff down again. Question 2. What is the best sequel you read? Again, this is super easy. It's Gemina, the sequel to Illuminae. It involves a different set of characters. It's both a companion and a sequel because it's what the second set of characters is doing right after the story ends in the first one, and how they meet up, and it's so good. It's so good. I didn't even see the ending coming, and I love it when that happens because usually I catch on, and if I don't catch on, it's because I'm just so engrossed in the story. I'm not thinking ahead and trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just in the moment, and this book is definitely an in the moment kind of story. I audiobooked both of these, and when I did Illuminae, I made the mistake of doing it as one of my nighttime audiobooks, where I just listened to it until I fall asleep, and then it got to a point where I ended up listening to about 10 hours in one night. And then with Gemina, I made sure to pick a day where I did not have to work and did not have to do anything and didn't want to do anything, and then I just listened to the book the entire day. So I listened to Gemina in one day, and I think it's a 14-hour audiobook, so literally that was all I did that day, and it was so worth it. So worth it. Question number 3. What new release that you want to read but haven't read yet? For me, this is The Dark Prophecy. It's the second book in the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. The only problem is I haven't actually read The Hidden Oracle yet. Just kind of, skipped. It's in my list of audiobooks, but after Gemina, it's so hard sometimes to know what to read next. Question number 4. What is your most anticipated book of the second half of the year? Honestly, I have no idea. This year I have been so bad about tracking when books come out. Question 5. What is the biggest disappointment of the year? Again, unfortunately, it's a very easy pick, or maybe fortunately, depending on how you look at it. That is Those Who Save Us by Jenna Bloom. My biggest problems with this book are I don't like when characters blame themselves for things that aren't their fault, and then I don't like when characters know other people are suffering and refuse to divulge important information that could ease that suffering, especially when it's supposed to be someone they care about. Those are just two things that irritate me, and the story is literally built on those two things. And I wish I had just DNF'd it. What is the biggest surprise of the year? That is easy. That is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adi. This is a story of a woman named Shahrazad who volunteers to marry a man who kills his wife every dawn. And I picked this book up with the intention of not liking it. I made a point at the start of the year to pick a book that I had no knowledge of prior to going into it, and that I probably wouldn't normally pick up. You cannot convince me that this guy who kills his wife every dawn is a good person. And then you read it and you're like, oh my god, I feel so bad for him. And they're like, what are you doing? He kills his wife. Why are you feeling sympathy for him? I live it when they force me to feel things that I don't want to feel. Question 7. Who is your new favorite author? I'm going to go with Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. They are the authors of Illuminae. Question 8. Newest fictional crush. I'm gonna go with the characters from Illuminae and Gemina. I can't, Katie and Ezra from Illuminae, and then Nick, Hannah, and Ella from Gemina. They're just such fun characters. I love them all so much. Obviously the other books I have read, Gansey is still amazing. Which brings us to question 9. Who is your newest favorite character? And I would have to go with Ella from Gemina. She is a hacker who is disabled, but is also a total badass. Question 10. A book that made you cry. I have not read any books that made me cry. The last book that made me cry was A Monster Calls, and I read that a few years ago. I am a very hard person to make cry, especially in books. But then we go on to question 11. What is a book that made you happy this year? And that would be The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. As much as I love Illuminae and Gemina this year, they are not happy books. You don't leave them feeling warm and fuzzy. I don't know if I left feeling warm and fuzzy with The Raven King, but I left happy the way everything turned out for the characters, and I'm happy if there's nothing else to have come in from these characters, and I'm happy if there is more stuff to come. Like, it was satisfying, and satisfying is happy. Question 12. What is your favorite book to movie adaptation that you've seen this year? I've only actually seen one this year. I've only seen Mockingjay Part 1. I haven't even seen Mockingjay Part 2. I've been really bad at watching movies this year, so... Question 13. What is your favorite book review that you've posted this year? I haven't posted any book reviews this year. In fact, I don't even know if I posted any book reviews last year. Question 14. What is the most beautiful book you've bought this year? That would be this one. A Treasure of Irish Fairy and Folktales. $20 Barnes & Noble Collector's Edition. So beautiful. Gold pages. Bookmark. Just beautiful. 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 So beautiful. So beautiful. And then question 15. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? What books don't I need to read by the end of the year? It's Clockwork Angel, The Hidden Oracle, Silver. Then I have all of those books on how to write that I need to get through. Like, there's just so many things. And then, every day I'm on BookTube, I see more books, and there are more. So, I mean, really, lots of books. Lots and lots of books. Alright, so that's all for this tag/wrap-up video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, TTYL.